everything that we're doing here, we measure the circle and this ruler against time. Now, the problem with what we're doing here is that time is the common denominator that relates to everything. In other words, religion, the people that's writing the books, the Bibles, and the other books associated with their religion, it's based on time. In other words, my measurement, the instrument I'm using in a certain time zone. In the beginning, this was great. In the beginning, this was great. But 1,000 years later, the thing changes a little bit. I'm talking about sheep. But in 2012, has my child ever seen a sheep? Have any ideas of what a sheep is? Of course, it's a metaphor, but because of time is set against time, then the thing becomes a bit out of focus, diffused. And therefore, in many cases, if we don't reset the time, we're going to run into problems. And I think this is the religious science early on. I think they realize this. In my man there, Blial, he said this in his piece. The thing seemed to be a bit old-fashioned, but at the time that it was written, with the instruments, the early guys had to write these books. This is what they had and this is what they used, because this is the only thing that was available. So they thought the earth was flat, or the earth was this and that and all that. And based on the science that they had, that's religious science or science otherwise, they base their conclusions on what they had. And they probably realized that time moved, although 1,000 years ago time moved relatively slow. The horse and wagon was with us for almost from the beginning, only until recently, maybe 100 years ago, or about 100 years ago, then the car, but that's only 100 years ago.